Good morning, guys. We are live. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Thunder. This is your wake-up call.
Yeah, I knew it would be you. I knew as soon as it was 9:01 and the phone was ringing, it would be you.
All right, get back to you.
All right, I got Martin on the phone. People, Randolph Relic Recovery telling me to get online. All right, buddy, thanks.
Bye.
How we doing, folks? Let me turn my other computer down so we're not getting a backfeed loop. There we go. All righty. How we doing today? Wow, look at all these people already. I'm going to have to catch up on chat. All right. No, we don't want full screen. We want to be able to see our... There we go. We can see our chat now. All righty. Got Mr. Barney Taylor, who was here first this morning and says he's coming to Clearwater. So let's see if we can get together. Did I hear coffee? Yes, sir, you did, Mr. Cecil. Ohio history. Oh, yeah, Barney. Thank you, Mr. Shane. I'll put that comment up. Tidewater Magnet Thrower is here very prompt this morning. Miss Diggin with Deej has her cup of Joe ready. We have our Clark's Cove Detecting Reese's cup all ready to go. Mr. Papa Rouse, what's in the dirt? Mr. Bill is here. He is always first or second. Pathfinder digging with Mark. Good morning, Mark. Uh-oh. PA Thunder. Do we have a name change here? And there is Mr. Treasure Hunting with Swifty. We will be checking in for a few minutes, and then Mrs. Swifty and I will be doing some river hunting. Wow, now it's turned warm. You guys are getting out there all the time. Good for you guys. Yep, that's what I thought. I thought Mark changed the name. See, Mark, I'm just starting to get everybody's names down, and you go change it. Let's get me a little bit over there more. So, thanks, Bill. Thought it all by myself. Good morning, Brooklyn Treasure Hunter. Miss Cynthia Swearingen, good morning, all you awesome people, and you are an awesome person yourself. I haven't had much coffee yet lately. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Let me scroll down here to make sure I'm not missing everybody. Randolph Relic Recovery. Robert, where are you? I was even going to do a little intro video this morning, but now I didn't have time. My coffee pot was slow. Thank you, Mr. Martin. Good morning, Mr. Nathan, one of my earliest subscribers ever. I know I say that all the time because I appreciate that. I don't know about you people, but I have 902. Everybody's so judgmental. Butterbeans, good morning, Butterbeans. Marty Versals, digging with Marty. Good morning, Marty. Maybe you had to run to the bathroom at the last minute. No, I was going to wear my Mind Lab hat, and I couldn't find it. If I leave a hat in the living room, Denise moves it. I mean, just it doesn't stay in the living room, so I had to go find my Bucks hat. I was going to wear my other hat. You may see it. Should I go call Rob to wake him up? Yes, you did. Dime Detective, where's Rob? Rob is here. Good morning, Arizona Mort Squad. Yeah, Mark, you got that right. Cat pulled the plug. He's back there. I don't know if you guys can see him. He's back there lurking. I'm using a very small table for my computer, so it's a little harder for him to jump on. But yeah, he did end a live stream for you folks that weren't here for that one. Zeus jumped on the keyboard and happened to find the one button that was the delete button, and we were gone. Good morning, Miss K. I see that Rob is late. CK, the world is in its natural state there. My father said I'm going to be late to my own funeral. Joe Strack, good morning, sir. So happy that everybody here knows everybody and that the magnet fishing community and the magnet throwing community is kind of I don't want to say a subsection because they're not, but it's kind of integrated. I mean, we're both looking for lost treasures. Sometimes Rob just needs a little nudge. You got that right. 907 Outdoor Adventures. There's another one. Good morning. A morning without coffee sucks. You got that right, Bill. I don't even know how the hell you do that. Anyone new to my channel and wants to support us, sub and come on over. Arizona Mort, I will put that up. There you go. I've been seeing quite a few people in just hit 500 subs for Tidewater. Congratulations, Tidewater, and doing a magnet giveaway. I have told people I want to win that magnet. I have already entered. Mark is the comedian. Oh yeah. It doesn't take much to confuse me, Mark. Javier Garcia, good morning to Rob and everyone else. I usually hunt the land in the cooler months and the rivers during the hot months. That way you can jump in. Absolutely. That's why I do the beach more in the summer, Swifty, because first off, you got more people in the water, so you got more people chance of losing rings. Now, in the wintertime here in Florida, when it's still 80 degrees, the water's chilly. There's some brave souls from up north to get in there, but there's still plenty of people in the sand to lose rings in the sand and change. But the summertime is when guys, myself, Club President Howard from Epic Adventures in Paradise, and Clearwater Mike, my tall buddy from the club. Guys, I've been getting pictures from them, and I've been sending them pictures. I've got a video coming out, guys, where I got double-digit jewelry off Clearwater Beach, and none of that was in deep water. It was the deepest I went was like ankle deep. But Clearwater Mike was in about waist deep water at low tide and pulled out a silver coin. And guys, I'm getting pictures of rings all over the place on Clearwater Beach. So summer is in full season. So Swifty, enjoy that river. Oh my God, that coffee is so good this morning. Mort Squad's asking Tidewater if he set up his. Good morning, Miss Denise Kidder. Good morning. I hope all is well in your world. And Mr. Park Rat metal detecting. The Park Rat himself is here. He is back from his worldwide tour of 17 engagements with packed houses all over the place, fans just fainting all over. Mr. Carl Becker's here. Good morning, Carl. Man, we are 24 people and we just got started. Well, I know you people started a few minutes earlier than I did, but all right, let's see if we can get the lighting a little better here, people. I look like I'm sitting here in the shadows. So the next thing we're about to hear is lots of crashing. Oh, I think that's a lot better. There we go. That looks a lot better, people. All right. Now we can see my my mug. No, why have I frozen up on the other computer? Oh, I didn't freeze up. I paused me. Yep. I'm a Menardo. I am in the fields today testing. I'll be back as soon as I can to find something cool to share. Well, good luck, Pat. Bill says he's going to send me a 49ers hat. I got nothing wrong with the 49ers. I was a huge Joe Montana fan since I'm dating myself there. I want to thank Shane, Ohio River History, and his family, especially his daughter Alex, who has her own webpage, called It's in the Blood. It's a sports channel, guys. It's in the blood, meaning she's a sports fan like her father is. So when Shane and her came to Florida this week with their family, they stayed at a nice big house they rented in the Orlando area near Disney and Universal. But they ventured over to the Tampa Bay area on Wednesday. And I thought Shane and I were just going to spend the day metal detecting, and maybe his daughter was going to join us for a while. But they surprised me, guys, and bought me an extra ticket to tour Tampa Stadium. One of the goals on her vacation trip, Alex, Shane's daughter, was to tour Tampa Stadium. And she was nice enough to surprise me with an extra ticket. So we took an hour out of our day and we toured Tampa Stadium. And it was an absolute cool tour. What a blast. Thank you, Miss Alex and Mr. Shane. And I will be doing a quickie short video on that sometime coming up. And the video with Shane has already been edited. Mr. Dirt Troll and Troy joined us for half a day. I got us a permission. The permission king, Mr. Troy, got us permission. And we pulled silver out of both of them. And then we went to a school. And Rob pulled silver out of the old school. And then we took Mr. Shane to the Napoleon, we call it the Napoleon Park, where Dalton pulled his 1860s Napoleon pirate treasure silver. And Mr. Shane scored some silver on his own. So that is 4 of us now that have gotten silver out of that park. I pulled out another Wheatie. So Mr. Shane was excited about that. He will be doing his own video, and I am editing my video now. I don't know if Troy's doing one, but you will be seeing all those videos coming up soon. Redneck, good morning, Redneck. Tidewater saying it's going to be a Kratos magnet. I don't know much about magnets, but if Tidewater is offering it, I'm going to assume that's going to be a hell of a magnet. It's great to see Kay and everybody else here this morning. White Cat Livestream Critic. That's me. Dime Detective here from the Detector Throwing Community. Oh, I like that. The Detector Throwing Community. I like that, Dime Detective. Denise Kidder. I have never even had a cup of coffee in my entire life. Wow, Denise, I would say that absolutely amazes me, but Denise has never had coffee, and neither has her father. Good morning, Mr. P.D. Sandigger. Mr. Frankie is in the house. He's gracing us with his presence. Maybe he didn't work last night, or he's just getting ready to go to bed from third shift. Having any guests up today? We can have some people float in and out Tidewater if you'd like. I can put the stream. Did it go in? I'm behind on my chat, so let me see if it came in. I didn't see it go in, so let me there we go. All right, it's there, people. Team Lynch Beach Metal Detectors, good morning. I am Brockton Magnet Fishers here. Tidewater sucks. Yes, he does, Brockton. Only kidding, Tidewater. Oh, it's great having you guys in here. That's the light Rob uses for his freelance dentistry. You know what, Martin? That is almost like a dentist light. You're right. My sister got me that for Christmas. Oh. All righty. Let's see. Make sure we haven't missed anybody here. I think we got everybody. Wow. Good morning, Silver Wrench. See, I missed Silver Wrench. Sorry, Silver Wrench. I'm trying to get caught up here, buddy. You guys are a fast bunch. Guys, I had so much fun detecting with Shane. Shane and Alex are awesome, Cynthia. I really enjoy Alex's live stream too. Damn, is that girl a wealth of knowledge on sports, especially football. And they also really like their baseball. That's right. Make sure you enter my magnet giveaway. That is right. Enjoy your Sunday. Martin says he has to go. Good morning, SC. Sheldon is in the room. Yeah, Carl. Well, you're welcome. I'm happy to say that I influenced somebody. Appreciate it. I find it very, very relaxing, Carl. I'm gonna whip the camera around here, guys. And right there, guys, you see 20 boxes of pennies next to my slippers. I have started my 20 box mega roll of pennies, guys. And what's making it even harder is that about 1 in every 3 boxes I'm getting are brand new uncirculated. So I'm having to take those back and swap them out for circulated pennies. And it's making this a really slow process. It is really hard getting 20 boxes of circulated pennies. But I did have one bank tell me, Carl, that supposedly there's round 2 of the coin shortages. But I've looked at the coin roll hunting channels. I've looked at Rob Fine's Treasure, Half Dollar Make You Holler, Mallyman 24. They've all seemed to be getting them. The one person who's been seen to have a spot right now where we can't get them is JD's. Well, it used to be JD's Variety Channel. Now it's Treasure Quest with JD. During his last $half roll, he said he wasn't going to be getting any for a while. And he invited me to get 2 boxes and come up and see him. And I'm telling you, that is awful tempting to get 2 boxes of my own, 2 boxes for him, and drive up to Tennessee and deliver those to him. Because I would love to spend a day with JD and pick his brain, boy, let me tell you. I know, Cynthia, I know. I do think they're from another planet. The Dark Knight Detectors. Good morning and afternoon to you, since it's already afternoon. Thank you for popping in to see us in the middle of your day. And if you're wondering why my camera's shaking, because the cat is nudging the table because he wants to be petted. Buddy, I can't pet you now. I'm on TV. He says, yes, you can. Because it's all about me. He's like, why are you stopping, Dad? Well, we're doing important, busy things here, kitty. There we go. See, look at that. Brooklyn Treasure Hunter. I just noticed that YouTube unsubbed me from Tidewater's chat, man. I know. Indiana Tones, I see that he subscribed to my channel. I said, he's been subscribed to my channel for over a year, but YouTube unsubscribed him. Epic Adventures of Paradise. Howard's ears must be ringing. We mentioned him a few years ago that he's just been hitting Clearwater Beach and getting fined after fine after fine, him and his wife. Congratulations, Howard. Howard will be our guest speaker at our meeting Monday night, tomorrow night, showing us, he won't tell me ahead of time, guys, but he will be showing us the jewelry they found down in Cabo, I believe it is. Is it Aruba? Cabo? He can tell us here on the stream. Detecting show with Johnny O. Wow, guys, we're near 30 people already. How are we doing for likes? 25. We're close, guys. That's pretty dang good. I mean, we got all kind of people in here. This is awesome. I'm scrolling down here real fast. I see everybody saying hi to some of the people that just popped in. Tidewater, can you answer Arizona Mort Squad for me? I will put the link up again if anybody wants to pop in. Thank you, Silver Wrench. Amphibious Archaeology, Mr. Richards here, and Mike, NH Gold Prospector. Is that going to be New Hampshire? Mike, let me know where you're from. He says present. That's great, Mike. Thank you. I'm subbed to so many channels right now that I'm not sure which ones I'm still technically subbed to, thanks to YouTube and their stupid unsubs. I know, Kay. Why don't they just leave things alone? Because they're afraid it's going to cost them money if a person gets to so many subs. I mean, what the hell? They're putting commercials now on people's channels that don't even have 1,000 subs. I go to watch the magnet fishing is in the house.
What's up? Oh, I gotta mute my other one. Sorry.
That's all right. There you go. Perfect.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is great. I'm just about done my cup of coffee. So with you here, I can go run out and get a cup of coffee in a minute.
All right. I got guess what I got here. Let's see, I got your
Oh, fantastic, guys. You got my silver dime that he won in the giveaway from the stream a few weeks ago.
I got it right over here on the hey, you can't see
Well,
it.
good. I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you got it.
Got
You got it on your board there?
On my sticker board here.
That is the next thing I'm creating. So what is your first name?
Jacob.
Jacob, that's the next thing I'm creating is going to be a sticker board.
Yeah, my job was throwing one of these away, a couple of them away, and I was like, oh, I'll take one.
There you go. Absolutely.
Yeah. How you doing this morning?
I am great this morning. Running a little bit late as usual. It upset my parents so much that I was never on time because my father was a Navy guy, and that was in. Yeah, thank you, Redneck. That's about 4 hours, 5 hours. Well, yeah, about 5, 6 hours south of us. But thank you, Redneck.
I said the same thing, that my dad was a Navy man too, and he always had his like clocks in his car set 7 minutes fast and stuff like that.
I do that, and it helps me, but I'm still bad. Demon Rat Cecil says it's supposed to be 115 here today. I'm hitting the water up. That's exactly what I would be doing, Cecil. We've had quite a bit of rain here. It rained Wednesday when Shane, Troy, and I were hunting, but it looked like it was going to last all day, but it lasted about a half hour, 45 minutes, guys, and it cooled down. It literally cooled the air down 25 degrees, and then 10 minutes after it rained, it was about 110 humidity. Thank you, Team Lynch.
Where is Demon Rat located?
Cecil is in Oregon, I believe.
Oh, that's hot.
Yes. They've been getting slammed with a heat wave out there, and most of the people in Washington and Oregon do not have air conditioning in their houses. I was listening to the news because it usually doesn't get that hot out there. Denise says she drinks a very cold Pepsi every morning with my food and said, so does Denise. She drinks a Dr. Pepper, Denise. Yeah, I couldn't live without coffee. There you go. AZ Morsad's putting the link up to his, I'm assuming his channel. There we go.
Yeah, to answer more, it's going to be a Kratos magnet for the giveaway. I think I'm going to post a short, or I'll post a video giving the details on it. Okay.
Now, are they a pretty big name brand, or is they a sponsor your channel?
They are a pretty big name in the magnet community. It's a smaller company though, and they just released the first 360 magnet in the U.S. that's available in the U.S. and I got my hands on one, and I've been using it all weekend, and it's awesome.
Okay, now is that exactly what it sounds like? That it goes around the edge?
Yeah, the sides and the top, everything's magnetic. It's crazy.
Wow.
But
see, I would probably have a problem with that because I have enough problems getting magnets stuck and sticking on things with just the bottom part. I don't need the added problem of the sides being. We have Yankee Dang sit down south. Greg is in the room too, grabbing a cup of coffee. Bacon sandwich, but steak for tea. There you go. Boy, I'm so far behind. Mr. Sean Webb is here from my favorite city to pronounce in Florida, Wyomama, by way of Fredericksburg, Virginia, celebrating our 50th anniversary. Well, congratulations.
Mayor popped in. Morning, Mayor.
Fins and Finds is here. Good morning, everybody. I've had a few channels that I've subbed to unsub me. Well, they probably didn't do it intentionally, Johnny. Cabo and Mexico. Thank you, Sean.
Brockton.
Tidewater says he's in Virginia, too. Hey, I'm almost getting caught up here, guys. Yes, Manchester, New Hampshire, but I'm in Florida for one more meet. Where at, Mike? We're at in yeah, Kay says she's got to get her refill too. Some new people I haven't seen here. You come check us out. There you go, Arizona. Well, I'll tell you something. Since Jacob's here, I'm going to go grab my cup of coffee. He can say hi to everybody.
All right. Digging with these. What's up? Yankee Down South Adventures. Fins and Fine says he was down 8 subs from yesterday. Dang YouTube. Yeah, we were talking about that a little while ago. I know when a lot of us treasure hunters follow each other, it seems like YouTube will unsub and kick some off. I don't know if they don't like other channels subbing to other channels or what's going on, but I'm sure we all see, like, we'll be in one of these lives and you'll gain 4 or 5 subs and then you'll go back later the same day and they're gone, or it'll fluctuate up and down. Is anybody going hunting today? Doing magnet fishing or metal detecting? Let's see. Welcome back, Brooklyn. Let's see. Kay's digging it says, on these 90-degree days, I can only do coffee until noon and water after that. She chugged at least 7 bottles of water yesterday. Absolutely. You got to make sure you stay hydrated. It can be easy to just drink too much coffee. Let's see. Yeah, detecting show with Johnny O says YouTube unsub me from other channels. Yeah, it seems like that's a common thing. And Mayor Videos is in here. He has a live later on this morning. Make sure you go check him out. I'm sure everybody.
Yep, he's live at 11:30.
Yeah.
So what pound poolage is your that Kraken Credo Magnet?
Kraken, that would be a cool name for it. It's the it's the Kratos Titan, and it is a 3,800 pound pull force.
Yeah, see, I couldn't use that here. If I stuck that to the side of a bridge, I'd be cutting the rope off.
Yeah, you definitely have to be careful. Yesterday we found out the hard way. There was like this seawall that was metal under the concrete wall, and it's like corrugated steel or whatever. And
oh, okay, yep. I know.
If you got the magnet too close to it, it would suck right to the wall. And even so this magnet is so strong. I had a big piece of metal on the magnet that I found, and the magnet sucked to the wall. And I was lucky enough, I was able to go out on a dock, like opposite the shore, and pull from the opposite direction. And I got the magnet off the wall, and the find was still on the magnet.
Wow.
It's doing crazy things. Like, my wife found a truck tire yesterday, like a big, like a pickup truck tire, and it caught it just on the top of the magnet by the inner, like, bead of the tire. Pull the whole tire up full of water. And
Team Lynch, you and Kathy have a great time. Go out hunting.
Good luck. Happy hunting.
I am not supposed to hunt today because I have to see the eye doctor this week, but I may sneak out anyway. And Fins and Finds, I just ordered my first set of stickers this morning for my channel. Congratulations. I was so excited when I got mine, and I've actually been remembering, like I did with Jacob here, I've actually been remembering to put one in with my envelopes with the dimes. Team Lynch, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. Wow, they're getting ready to head out, and they give me a super chat. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the Dark Knight detector says keep your bank cards away from those magnets. I haven't had any run-ins yet getting it too close to my personal electronics or anything, but I've heard some stories of them messing some stuff up.
Is he with you?
Yeah, he's doing detention.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you a cool story, Jacob. I worked for Disney World for 10 years in Orlando, and I was with their security division, and for several years I worked at Hollywood Studios, which is now Disney Studios, but back then it was Hollywood MGM Studios. And the area that I worked was the street that the Tower of Terror and the Rock and Roller Coaster on. I was on a foot patrol. I was a security host and did foot patrol on that street. That was my assigned area. So what happened was we had master keys to all the attractions and all the rides and all the electrical rooms and everything else. So one day, one of the technicians, one of the engineers had to get up into the top room of the tower, and I'd never been up there. So I met the guy. He takes me on a special elevator. We go to the very top of the Tower of Terror, and when we go into the elevator room where the gears are that supply the elevator cable up and down, there's a cubby hole. There's a whole wall of cubby holes, and you have to empty everything out of your pockets and your wallet and all your credit cards and leave them outside, because the magnets on those spoils to bring the are so powerful that if you walk in that room, it'll demagnetize everything in your wallet.
Wow.
And I'll tell you something, it was wild. The two elevator rolls they use in the Tower of Terror are the exact same elevator motors for the Empire State Building.
Wow.
So they're designed for 60 or 70 floors, and they only hold it for the 13 floors of Tower of Terror. But it's really cool. I could lean over the cables into the little square hole that goes down, and I could hear the people screaming through the square hole, the cables going down to the elevator shaft. That was cool as hell.
That's awesome. I love that ride. Brockton said I was gonna say you were Mickey Mouse ?
Actually, I'm too tall for Mickey Mouse. I'm not tall, but I'm actually too tall for
He
Mickey
didn't make
Mouse.
the cut.
Yeah, you got to be like 5'2" or 5'3". So
I saw the other day Disney World's paying like $30 an alligator for people to go get them out of the resorts.
Yeah, you have licensed alligator trappers here in Florida.
That's crazy.
And after that kid got attacked,
that's what. Yeah.
in that lagoon, I tell people if they've never been to Florida or if they're coming to Florida, and they go, "Do you have a lot of alligators in Florida?" Here's my rule that you can't go wrong with in Florida. If you see a body of water bigger than a puddle in Florida, just assume there's an alligator in it, because there probably is.
We saw one when I was magnet fishing in Jacksonville with Daddy and Daughter Plus Water and Magnetic Squatch. And we had one lurking around while we were magnet fishing, and Squatch lost a magnet the other day, and I was like, "Come on, man, go swimming for it," and I forgot about the gators. He's like,
Good
"Nope."
morning, Mr. Florida Knox. Mr. Dalton, my digging partner, is in the room. Good morning, sir. Thanks for being here. I'm only 10 minutes behind on my chat. So I will have to tell Greg that I did see him in here. Let's see here. Something went wrong. I can't see the chat moving. Me neither. Have you seen the YouTube video, Jacob, of the guy that rescues his little dog that gets eaten by the alligator?
Yeah, little tiny dog and snatches it out of the alligator's mouth. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, Demon Rat's here, Mr. Cecil. Boom. There we go,
Hey.
sir. Rob. Look at that. He's got his cup of coffee ready to go also.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some coffee.
There you go. He's got a Disney cup right there. We're staying with the Disney theme here this morning.
In honor of you, man.
Well, thank you very much. Let me tell you something, buddy. That was a fun 10 years of my life.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, it's supposed to be about 115 here, which is not normal temps.
No, we were watching. I watched the NBC Evening News with Lester Holt. That's the 6:30 news I watch here every night. I like Lester, and they had a news segment on that heat wave you guys are having, and they were saying most of the people in Washington, Oregon, don't even have air conditioning in their houses because usually the air is cool enough to keep the house cool.
Yeah, well, the average high temperature for Corvallis here, where I live, is about 94, 95 during the summer. The highest. So this is very unusual weather. And most of the time, if it gets that high, everybody goes to the water. But these temps here, they're ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, and we've finally been starting to get rain in the rainy season. We haven't had rain in like 3 months. And then over the last 10 days, it's rained like 7 of them.
Nice.
So, I mean, all our lawns were dead. Everything was dead. And I'm telling you something, it is so green here right now. But I'll tell you something, when Shane was down here Wednesday and we metal detected Wednesday, it was so nice because the ground was so soft to cut your plugs in. Troy got us a yard where the guy had really nice floor tan grass, and he was real concerned about our plugs. But the nice thing is the better the grass, the thicker the grass, the better plug it cuts. It stays together. So when you take it out, it just comes out like a barrel, and then you just pop it right back in. So, you know, it actually helps. So the Jube Squad released a video yesterday of the guy who was bit in the head by a gator while shark tooth hunting. Yeah, that was another thing we had down here, Jacob. We had some guy that was in this little, I wouldn't even call it a river. He was in like this little stream in the woods that was maybe just a few feet wide and maybe like a foot deep. And he was actually like laying facing down with a pair of goggles on. And he was like looking for megalodon teeth. And this gator walked up and just grabbed him by the head, just put his whole mouth in the guy's head. I don't know how the guy got out, but he actually started crushing the guy's head. He had a partial crushed skull. It cracked his skull. And when they had him on the interview, he had like a shaved head like you. And when they had him on the interview, you could actually see the freaking dent in the head. And then the news actually blurred out because he had like 37 stitches where it ripped his head apart.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
And I don't know how. I mean, must have been a small enough gator that he outweighed it. But he says he was like just laying there going along the river looking, and all of a sudden he said it was like somebody dropped a cement block on his head in an instant.
Dang.
FL Chunder, change your camera setup will look better than the split screen. All right, I don't know what he means by that.
There you go.
You guys like that better?
Yeah, I do. The zoomed out look.
All right, we'll do that then. It's going to be 112 degrees here in Arizona. See, that's just crazy. We get hot in Florida, but we don't usually go over triple digits like that.
So that's expected down in Arizona, though. That's more desert than it is here. You know, this type of weather, man, it's just ridiculous. It's all the chemtrails. Oh,
It's all what?
Global.
Diesel?
it's all the chemtrails.
Yeah, man, I haven't heard chemtrails in at least like 3 weeks now. There you go. Well, now that I'm in this split screen, I need to go to.
Yeah, I've been down to Arizona, and that was just the guy goes, "No, this is normal temp." I'm like, okay, I'm dying. Global warming. That's what D says.
I think I'd rather have a dry heat than like a wet humidity.
I'm telling you, humidity's freaking horrible. You
Like
just switch
Florida,
that.
Virginia, like yeah.
You go feed the cats. Okay. See, I'm going to put this on a bigger.
Yeah, I'd rather have. I don't know. I'd like the Georgia heat and humidity when I was down there stationed at Fort Benning. I loved it there. Here, this dry heat, everything gets. Your skin's dry. You get dry skin.
There you go.
I with the hot, dry heat like this, a lot of people get nosebleeds because of it.
Really?
Yeah, because it dries your nasal passages. That's why you have a lot of people around here when it's hot like this, down in Arizona, California, they're mouth breathers.
I wanted to put Marlon's comment on. It was super hot here. AC was going yesterday, one of the 5 days a year in Alberta. That's hilarious, Marlon. You know, it's funny. I'm amazed that Denise lives in Florida because Denise likes to be cool.
Yeah, you can't find any air conditioning units here at all. They're right now they're probably a week to 2 weeks out if you order.
They're selling all the wall units just sold out.
Yep.
I just had to replace my unit, and my AC guy had to go with the company that he usually doesn't use for units because the other units were sold out, and they his supplier literally told him I cannot give you a date when these are going to come back in. It's kind of like if they're on the truck, they're on the truck type of deal.
Mhm.
But he said it could be 2 weeks, it could be a month, and the price of AC units is up about 500 or 600 right now than they
Freaking
were
everything's up.
pre-COVID.
Yeah,
Dirty Money. Well, first off, I missed Dirty Money coming in, so welcome. People in Arizona vacation in hell to get a break from the heat. That is flipping hilarious, okay? That's a good joke. I like that one. But see, I'll tell you, we when we go to Cecil, we go to Bowling Green, Kentucky. Well, we haven't been in 2 years because of COVID, but we usually try to go annually. Me and the guys, Denise calls it the male bonding trip. We go to Bowling Green, Kentucky, up to the Beach Bend Raceway for the NHRA annual reunion of the muscle cars, and we go up there. We go up there for the drag races. You also got the Corvette factory up there. You got the Corvette museum up there. You've got the Holly carburetor factory. You've got some caves up there. There's all kind of cool stuff to do up there, and it's usually in June, right about now. And what's really nice is it does get hot during the day, but when you wake up, oh man, it is so nice and cool in the morning. I mean, it's actually pleasant in the morning when you get up.
Yeah, I think the low that we got last night was, I think, 70 degrees.
Well, Denise will be happy with that.
Mayor said good weather for nude detecting on the beach. I hope you're doing that at night, Mayor.
I don't know, man. I haven't seen a very tanned Canadian, so they got that day glow going on. So,
hey, that's a new. I don't know if anyone's done that yet. That's a new channel idea. You heard it from Mayor first. Go detect.
There you go, the naked detectorist. There you go.
Naked detector, detecting one nude beach at a time.
That's right. Clear that baby out in a hurry.
I guess though,
Well, I'll tell you something. You
you
always
can't
tell
tan
people-
at night. Of course not. You just glow.
Yeah, you can always tell people up north. I mean, I was great meeting Shane and his daughter, and well, his two daughters and his girlfriend. But I'm telling you, they were four of the whitest people I've ever seen in my life. And you can always tell people up north compared to people down here in Florida. Marty says, "Got to run, guys. Maybe I'll go detecting." Go detecting, Marty. Hell yes.
Good luck.
You get a mean sunburn in Arizona. Well, hell yeah, at 115 degrees. I wouldn't want to be out there that long. Yeah, Barney, if you're heading out with Richard from Amphibious Archaeology, have a good time.
I don't know, Mayor. It all depends on what the detectorist looks like. I mean, could hit 1,000 fast, but of course YouTube could go, not happening.
You just have to like blur out. You just have to have that constant blur. Just set the motion blur to track
Yeah, the
you.
problem is my editing program doesn't have the motion blur, so I wouldn't be able to do that.
Well, you can do it in YouTube.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, if you go to when you after your video posts and it processes, go to the editor and then it has blurring, and you can set up a custom blur or it has a facial blur, which like if you ever have like a kid or something in your videos or a cop or a Karen or somebody that you don't want to show their face, there's actually sometimes it doesn't work that great, but sometimes it does. It'll show that person. It'll say whose face do you want to blur. And it'll show like your face and everyone's face that saw in the video, and you just click on the person's face and it blurs it.
I am going to have to check that. Of course, if I run into a Karen, you can bet your ass I'm showing her in the video just to embarrass the hell out of her. Denise Kidder says, "I love Florida, but you can hang me. My apartment is set at 70." And Cynthia says hers is set on to morgue settings. So, well, Denise will come visit you too because Denise loves it cold in the house, guys.
Hi, Robert, Melissa.
Clark's Cove is here.
Yes.
Clark's Cove. We are here, but what? But late. No worries. I keep your name out there in effigy with your coffee cup. I know. Sometimes when you lean down to live dig, your chest cam goes too low. I had people tell me that when I tried a chest cam one time. They said, "Rob, every time you bend over, we're staring at your crotch."
It's hard to be mindful of it too.
Where would you keep your fines? Well, that would be the only thing you'd be wearing. You'd be wearing your waist pouch off to the side, or you could put it in front like a Your lunch could be at a beach of nude men. There you go, Deej. Deej thinks that
Hey,
sounds like a
man,
great
what's
idea.
going on? Metal Sharks isn't here. Hey, Brockton, how's it going?
Metal Sharks is in the house. And so is Mr. Shane. See It My Way 1. I watched his latest video yesterday just so I could say that this morning. And guys, Shane, I don't know if you saw my comment because I left it real late last night after midnight. He said in his wrap-up that he found 6 Wheaties. But if you folks look at his wrap-up very, very closely, his 4th coin is not a Wheatie. It is actually a very worn Indian head penny. Mr. Shane found an Indian head on his last hunt, and he didn't even know it.
Metal Detective Matty is in the house. He's in Australia.
Metal Shark says he's lurking. I get the humor. Good morning or good afternoon, Maddie, for where you're at. Metal Detecting with Maddie. It's 10 minutes to midnight here. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for popping in then. Good luck out there treasure hunting, everyone. Well, that's awful nice. I'm about to go to sleep. Yeah, I wish I'd have gone to sleep at midnight. I went to bed about 2 a.m.
Yeah, I've been up
Well, that's why Rob was 2 minutes late this morning.
I don't know if you guys saw. I actually have I have 907 here with me this weekend, so we're
Where's he at?
over here chilling.
No, he's hiding.
He's hiding incognito. He's in the chat, but yeah, we're
Well, cool. Thanks for doing it on 2 platforms, so I get the extra views. Thank you.
Absolutely. I got you going on my phone too, so we'll get you. But he has one of the Kratos 360 magnets too. So this weekend we've been going out, and every single time we went out last night, and we gotta have $60 to $80 of scrap metal in the back of my truck right now, just from last night.
Yes, Kay, I did. It was another Menardo moment. Yes, I did. Did you just ask Shane if he saw your comment? Yes, I did, Kay. Well, you know what I meant. I guess his wife can show it to him, Kay. Yes, I did, Kay.
Brockton said 907's under the desk.
Good morning, Jim Steele.
Archaeology Mikey, welcome.
Brockton's on a roll.
Yes, Kay. Oh, they might only find a beach filled with nude men. Yeah, because nobody else is going to stay there, Deej.
Rob, you have to join the Gamer Chair Club. You got to get with the program.
The Gamer Chat Club?
Gamer Chair.
Oh, the Gamer Chair.
All the
Yeah,
cool
let me tell you
hunters.
something. We actually do need a new chair.
Gamer chairs.
We had 2 of these office chairs, and I leaned back in one too much and snapped off the back leg. You couldn't fix it because I'm real big. And if you come into the Zoom meetings on Wednesday night Tidewater, you'll see guys take a picture of me because once I lean back in here, they go, okay, it's only a matter of time before Rob falls asleep and starts snoring. And then they all take pictures of me.
Yeah, I'll have to get it.
I leaned back in one too far and I broke the chair. So we do need a second chair here. So maybe I could talk her. I should have brought the kids. We have a 16-year-old kid that lives across the street, and he was real big into gaming. And then he kind of got out of it, and he sold his gaming chair.
Oh, wow. Yeah, look on your I got mine on Facebook Marketplace for like $100, and it's like a $400 chair. And like you said, people they buy the whole setup and get all gung ho and I'm gonna be a gamer, and then they end up selling.
They realize they suck at gaming.
Yeah. But I do need to get with you guys on that Zoom meeting. I would love to be a part of that.
Whistle Pig, how's it going?
I will.
And you're not the only one. Brockton and Venture Delow have like a folder of pictures of me on their phone from my videos, and they there's just one circulating of me with a snorkel mask on, and they're all like Snooba Steve.
Oh, you talk about stupid pictures. I got to show you. When Shane's daughter is a huge Kansas City Chiefs fan, and I like Kansas City too. My sister lives in Kansas City, so they're one of my favorite teams. But obviously, if they're playing my Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the Super Bowl, I'm doing for the Bucs. So when we did the stadium tour at Tampa Stadium, Shane and I were out metal teching. I was disgusting. So my hat was sweated through, my shirt was sweated through. Luckily, I brought an extra shirt and an extra hat. And she goes, Shane's daughter, Alex, says, here, wear my hat. She had a big, wicker hat that had Kansas City on it. So the whole time I'm telling the people in the tour how much of a Tampa Bay fan I am. And finally, the Tampa Bay employee finally says, if you don't mind me asking, why are you wearing Kansas City gear? And I said, well, my friends are from Kansas City, and they treated me to this tour, so I am wearing their hat. But let me pull up this great pic.
And some of them have even been getting crafty, and they're setting my picture to this this thing when you stop your camera. So like Brockton, and they've started in Snorkel Pirate. So they'll hit the stop cam, and it'll be like me with snorkel goggles on.
There you go.
Brockton was doing that on Squatch's.
Squatch butt. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to be
all that. That was hilarious.
You guys are definitely crafty. Oh.
I saw someone.
That was 907.
So he's from, now I know he's in Alaska, and you're on the East Coast, right?
Yeah, I'm in Virginia. He had some business in D.C., and he's got some time off work. So when he was done doing what he had to do in D.C., he just shot down here, and I'm only about 3 hours from D.C.
Nice.
So I'm putting him up for the weekend, and we're getting a bunch of magnet fishing in. And
very cool. All right, guys, there is Mr. Shane. Okay, hang on. My cord is stuck. There is Shane and I at Tampa Stadium with Rob wearing the Kansas City wicker hat. But we're actually on top of the pirate ship in Tampa Stadium there. So
there's a pirate ship in the stadium?
Yeah, they got a big full pirate ship. Which, let me tell you something. We were talking about me working for Disney earlier. I worked for Disney for 10 years, and I didn't know this, but when the tour guide was telling us that the pirate ship in all the storefronts that have like a pirate logo and everything, and the different pirate themes all around the stadium, I did not know that was all designed by Disney Imagineers.
Wow.
And they also said that the pirate ship's made out of a wooden frame, and that if you took the electronics off of it and put a floor on it, it would actually be seaworthy.
Wow.
Just stupid facts you find out. Obviously, since they were in the Super Bowl, they were not allowed to fire the cannons when they scored during the Super Bowl to be a home field advantage, so they couldn't do that then. But after the game was over, they fired all the cannons on the ship. Well,
Rob, now you know if you ever have a tsunami coming, you know where to go.
Absolutely. Just climb up.
If it's going to float.
Rob, take it away like Noah's Ark there.
Yeah, Rob's Ark. 2 magnet fishers, 2 metal detectors. Yeah, I need to get back down to Florida and get up with you, Rob. And I've probably been to Florida 10 or 15 times now, and I've never made it to the Clearwater area.
Well, it's funny. Like I say, Shane and I were hunting, and then, like I say, his daughter surprised me with the stadium tour. And then when we got that done, it was like 2:45, and Tampa Stadium's not in downtown Tampa, but it's not far away. But it's also very close to the historic section of Tampa. So Shane and I only had like a 10-minute drive to get back to some old houses area and school areas. So when the tour ends at the stadium, of course, it ends just like a Disney ride. It ends right at the gift shop, and they had an incredible fan apparel gift shop at Tampa Stadium there. And so while we were all sitting there talking, Shane's daughter, her girlfriend, and her, well, his 2 daughters, they were like, well, we want to go to the beach. Where should we go? And I go, well, there's a beach right across the street on Tampa Bay, but the most beautiful beach is Clearwater Beach, but it's about 30, 40-minute drive. And so we left, and they were still deciding where to go. And then about an hour later, when Shane and I were detecting, he got a text from his daughter saying, hey, we drove down to Clearwater Beach. Tell Rob it's the most beautiful beach we've ever seen. And I'm like, I know that. That's why we're here. As a matter of fact, Barney, Life and Times of Barney Taylor, said he's going to be in Clearwater on Tuesday or Wednesday and would like to hook up with me, and I am going to try and make that happen.
Good morning, Reed. I saw you.
Morning, Reed.
Yeah, I've been to Tampa before, and like the Hard Rock and Busch Gardens, Tampa. I think we're going to be in the area in October, so I'll have to get up with you.
Fantastic. Let me know. I should have a magnet by then. I just want to say, Dale Whistlepig Diggings here, Jim Steele. He's letting everybody know he's getting better, and we're so glad to hear that. Kay says, I have a screenshot. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
I have a screenshot of Rob asleep at one of Pat's Zooms. Absolutely. I think everybody's
I've
got
got
that.
4 different ones from that of you sleeping, Rob.
Jacob, if you go back a little bit to the 9:53 mark, I put the phone number in for Zoom.
Okay.
And if it asks you for the password, you just put the same phone number in a second time.
All right.
Somebody just made a comment saying they suck at gaming. Their 10-year-old beats them. Here you go.
Rob, check your phone.
Check my phone.
Brockton Magnet Fisher, I guess, sent you a message with that number you posted. That means Pat's going to get it. Yeah, Pat's going to get the message now. Like, who the heck is this guy? What the hell?
Actually, he's not going to get it. Actually, Pat's not going to get it. It's just going to go into the netherworld because it's not Pat's cell phone. When he logged on to Zoom, or when he started doing his Zoom meetings, I don't know, about a year and a half ago, that was when people started bombing Zoom meetings and putting porn sites up, and companies were having people like crash their Zoom meetings. So that's when Zoom got real big on the passwords. And they set Pat up with that number. So it's not his cell phone number. It's a random number that Zoom gave him as his number to log on to Zoom. So I don't even know if that number takes a text.
Huh.
Yeah, that's not the same number as his cell phone number.
I thought it was. I didn't know. I'm not that much on Zoom. Kay says, "Oh, and Rob, don't get this phone wet."
Who said that?
Kay did.
Yeah, thank you, Kay. That was another Menardo moment. Oh, Deej wants to know when she's going to get stickers. Deej, hang on. flthunder@me.com, Deej. Send me your address, Deej, because I don't think I have it anymore, and I'll get those out to you. Because I just sent out a whole bunch of stickers to everybody that won silver. I sent out 9 silver coins last week. Everybody should have them now. The original Buccaneers.
People are talking about washing phones. I washed a GoPro battery yesterday on accident.
You washed a cell phone battery?
A GoPro battery.
Oh, a GoPro battery.
I got it hanging out in rice right now. I don't know if I'm gonna attempt to use it or not.
Well, you know, it's funny, Jacob.
Don't stick it in the dryer.
I tried doing a live.
It didn't make the dryer.
I tried doing a live stream from Clearwater Beach about 6 weeks ago, and I didn't check the weather, and it was really heavy wind, and it turned into an epic failure because you couldn't hear me, and Pat was having to narrate for me. But the one thing I did find while the stream was going on live on Clearwater Beach is I pulled out an iPhone out of the wet sand, and it was still on when I found it, and we went to charge it, and it said cannot charge, phone is wet. So we threw it in a bag of rice for 2 days, and I did a quickie short video on it. It actually worked. The phone came back, dried out, plugged it in, it charged. I took it to my computer guy. He hacked into the phone to where he could get to the home screen with the phone number. I called the guy. He says, yep, I lost it on Clearwater Beach 3 days ago, just south of the pier. And I go, yep, that's where I found it. And I mailed it back to the guy. I did a whole video on it and everything. Mine, I had inside my backpack. I got the backpack wet, so the inside of the backpack was damp for like 20 minutes, and mine freaking shut off and wouldn't come back on because it's an LG.
Wow.
Morning, Reed. I know everybody else said hi. I'm just trying to say hi, too.
Did your phone, is your phone dead, or did you get it to come work again?
Oh, no. We put it in rice for 2.5 days, never got anything, wouldn't accept a charge, the screen wouldn't come on. So luckily, as people in here know, I'd already broke one phone. Well, I broke one phone, didn't have insurance, and I was still making payments on that new phone when I had to buy another new phone. So now I'm making payments on 2 phones. So I decided to get insurance the second time, and this is already the 3rd phone I've got. And the insurance people are not real happy with me.
Well, no, because they're losing money.
That's what it's for. That's what insurance is for, right?
Hello, Crafting with Gertie. How are you?
Gertie's here. But yeah, if you get down this way, Jacob, I hope to have a magnet by then. Rockton, thank you very much. Check your phone. Yeah, that's if you sent me a smart ass message, Brockman, it's going somewhere else.
Yeah. If not, I'll bring one for you. I got a couple.
Arizona's putting his channel up. Yeah, I know, Deej. Or K, excuse me. You mean you're not supposed to wash your phone? No.
Mandy, real quick, just so you know, I haven't been to the post office yet, so I haven't sent those stickers to you yet. But I'm planning on going tomorrow after I get off work because I have a bunch of other stuff that has to go out. So it'll be out in the mail tomorrow.
That's right, Kay. At least I did remember to bring stickers with me, Kay. Hi, Mandy. Cynthia, I think I still have your address in my iPad, so I will send you some stickers. Let me write it down now, Cynthia, or I'll forget 30 seconds from now. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. Send Cynthia stickers. Guys, the one topic I did want to hit on today, and we've got two co-hosts here. Is I was thinking of maybe making this morning's subject, what need to get an OtterBox for your phone, Rob? Yeah, Richard, that's what I need to do. Dalton has one, and I think I'm going to get one, so it keeps my. Yes, that's what I'm going to do.
That's one thing I like about the phone I got. It's not a name brand one, but it's I can if it 10 meters in the water. Not 10 meters. Yeah, it's 10 feet.
Well,
10
my
feet.
buddy Mike also gave me the Amazon link to those bags you hang around your neck that you seal up that keeps your phone dry while you're water detected. So I'm going to get one of them too.
Well, I was fishing and I was trying to film this trout that was swimming by, and I just Butterfingers dropped my phone in the water while I was recording. So it recorded, and as it fell down, and the camera was face up, and you could see the video of me looking down in the water at my phone, going, what the man, But it sat down there for a good 20, 25 minutes before I finally decided just to get in the cold water and get it. I should post that video.
Tidewater, yes. Denise is in Florida also, right near Clearwater Beach. So when I meet her at Clearwater Beach, she's got a very short drive. Mikey07 says, I had my Samsung Galaxy Note for a few years, but I'm not going to get a new one. Well, this is actually my backup phone. What I did was when my phone got wet and it wouldn't start, Denise went to our old phone box and she couldn't find a smartphone, but she did have an old flip phone here that still worked. Well, it took the big SIM card, not the little teeny micro one. So we had to go down to T-Mobile to get the little adapter card, and the guy got it and he put it in. But the phone wouldn't accept the SIM card. He says, I'm sorry, for some reason it's not lining up. They're not compatible. So we can't put the SIM card in and activate your phone. And then he looked at Denise and he says, do you carry insurance on your phone? And she said, no. And he says, well, we're running a deal right now. If you trade in any phone that works, it doesn't matter what it is. If it comes on and works, we will give you this brand new Samsung phone, 5G phone, for $50. So guys, we traded in a flip phone for this for $50. So I've had this for a week now, and I have not transferred everything over to the new LG that they just mailed me. They did mail me a new LG 40, which I will transfer over because I don't like the swipe on this is a lot harder to use than my LG. But nothing wrong with that Samsung phone right there. It's been taking good video for me for a week. But yeah, I've made sure I've tried to be very careful with it. I've only dropped it one time. But yeah, I would love to do some magnet fishing with you, Brockton. I'm hoping to have one by the time you come down. Or I'm sorry, Jacob. I'm hoping to have one by the time you come down.
You call me Brockton? What an insult. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry. That's why I apologize.
I got a lot more hair. And I don't talk about my car keys in the harbor.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Khakis.
I was just going to say harbor.
You wearing khakis or you got the car keys?
But I've got two magnets. Off the dock in Tarpon Springs. that we can go try and retrieve, because one got hooked. One I was staring at a bikini getting off a boat that was absolutely incredible, and I forgot to hold on to the end of my rope. And as I'm staring at her, I actually felt the rope go right out of my hand and sailing into the Gulf of Mexico. So I went home and got my second magnet and went magnet fishing for my magnet when I got it hung up on some oysters, and I lost that magnet too. So right off a dock in Tarpon Springs, there are 2 magnets that I have that I would like to get back.
I'll go swimming. If I come visit, I'll go swimming. We can make a video out of it.
There you go. There you go. I got my new diving booties now, so I can go out there with you and I mean, it's probably,
how deep is it?
Oh, low tide, it's probably not even over your head.
Oh wow. Is there visibility?
I would say a little bit. I mean, it is a boat ramp area, so we would have to, if any boats come by, they're going to turn it up. But there's some oyster beds there, so you'd have to have shoes on.
Yeah, I did that in my anchor video. I threw a rope without tying it off on accident, and whoop, there it went. I had to go swimming.
Yes, Mandy, I'll do that. Sorry, I had to answer a question that was asked of me.
Cynthia, I did not know that. I thought both of you were retired. I didn't know your husband still drove. But the Largo target is not far from Denise. That's the city I used to work for. Cynthia, was the city of Largo. And yes, I do have Denise's number. Who am I going to give that to, Denise? Mikey says, I've dropped my phones numerous times. Not me, Mikey. My luck, I drop it one time, it cracks the screen. So Kay's right. I need a protective case. Oh, I told you Brockton be laughing when I called you his name. Scuba Steve.
That's me.
Well, my buddy Howard, like I say, Epic Adventures in Paradise, him and his wife just got scuba certified. They just did a great video of their certification dive. Really beautiful video. It's already got well over 100 views for a channel that's got less than 100 subscribers. So guys, if you're not subscribed to Epic Adventures in Paradise, he's got some beautiful videos. Here's the website. Shane says, I went to a trout stream iPhone yesterday, went too far under the water, and it got wet. Fortunately, I put it in a bag of rice for 24 hours. Yeah, for some reason, that's the second iPhone now I've heard. They seem to hold up a lot better than the Android phones underwater.
I think an Android phone, you almost need a life-proof case. Like
Mine's an Android, and
it dried out for you, Cecil?
it was still filming after I picked it up, and I just kept using it.
Wow, good for you, buddy.
And I paid $200 for the phone.
Can't argue with that.
No, I was actually shocked that it was. I was so irritated because I only had it for a week, and when I dropped it, yeah, Mikey, I heard about that.
Mikey says, "Did you hear about the Fort Lauderdale condo collapse?" Yeah, Mikey, it's all over the news. I don't know how it's making the national news, but it's all over the news here in Florida for sure.
Yeah,
wasn't there somebody who had a condo there that had some information? Oh, McAfee. There's a tweet there that I saw that he said he had a hard drive in his condo at that place.
Really?
Yeah. And then next thing you know.
Well, they showed a guy, the news went with some young guy. Now, when I say young, since I'm old now, like in his
Right,
30s.
Johnny?
Yeah, and he was showing the building next door that was made by the same, developer. And they showed this garage concrete pillar that's, like a foot by a foot square, this concrete pillar. And there's this huge chunk broken out of it with exposed rebar. Hell, I had a piece of the front of my garage lintel come off of my house because it turned out that it was a lintel that they had sitting outside for a while and the water got in. And what it did was when the water got in, it had rusted the rebar. And as the rebar rusts and expands, it blew the concrete out. So I had a piece of exposed rebar, and the city made me pay. Oh, it was big bucks to have a company come out and replace that lintel over my garage, just because of that piece of exposed rebar. And this guy's looking at this parking garage, and there's a big hunk of cement out of this concrete pillar for the garage with rebar exposed. And they had this engineer come out and said, "Oh, it's fine. It's structurally fine." Yeah, well, that's what they said about the one that collapsed too.
Yeah. Yeah, 32 terabytes of information is what it was. Oh, really, Mandy? I didn't know they did that. The company who built the condos told them the structure was not good 3 years ago.
Well, it's been sinking 2 millimeters a year. Now, I'm not really sure how much millimeters, or I'm sure that's not much, but in 10 years, 20 millimeters has got to add up to an inch or two. I don't want my building sinking an inch or two every 10 years. Coin, you dig it. Mr. Stan is here. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
think
should.
that,
Well, I think it's more than just one person should go to jail over that, Johnny.
oh, I think that building's going to be in litigation for years. And I'll tell you right now, it's going to bankrupt the company that built it, and it's going to bankrupt the condo association. And the first one that files bankruptcy is probably going to be the one that wins.
All right, J-Man. Have a good one.
Wow, you're getting the post faster than me. But Mr. Stan is in the house. He is another club member of our club, SARC, S-R-A-R-C, Suncoast Research and Recovery. And guys, the recovery part is our club has recovered over 650 pieces of lost jewelry for folks.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
We are the number one ring finders organization in the country, Cecil.
Johnny's right, though. Johnny O, he says the lawyers always win, no matter what.
Yeah, don't even get me started on lawyers. And I'm not real happy with effing judges this week either. My I don't even know if I should announce this, but the judge hearing my eviction case on my roommate/tenant turned me down due to COVID. I cannot evict her for another 30 days. Effing killing me. Even though she lost no income due to COVID because she's retired and she gets disability, so she lost no income due to COVID, but she's just decided to use COVID not to pay. Well, we're not going to go into that because Rob could really get sour here, and I'm trying to keep this nice and upbeat and positive.
So that's one thing I don't understand. I've been able to pay my rent because I haven't not worked through this whole COVID thing, and I got a neighbor who has worked through the whole thing, but yet he never paid his rent since COVID started.
Well, we have a house here in Denise's neighborhood where they haven't paid their mortgage in 3 years, and it's gone up for auction 3 times, and then the day of the auction they cancel it because they filed another COVID appeal. 3 years.
Check dude. I don't even know how to get into my Instagram. I haven't gotten into my Instagram in holy crap. I don't know.
Yeah,
how.
I agree with Richard. They said there was some kind of construction equipment on the roof of that place, and yeah. But anyway, thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, Denise. I don't even have an Instagram account. I don't have Instagram. I don't have Twitter. And as Geoff from General Dighold found out, I'm not on Facebook that much either. But anyway, guys, I wanted to talk about a subject today, if we can, on our detectors and what we think they could do to improve the detectors in as far as the build or features or the bad or weak parts of the detector. And I thought we would start with the Equinox since that's what I have, and I know its weak points. And I know a lot of other people here are selling Equinox, and then we could talk about the Garrett AT, we could talk about the Simplex, we could talk about whatever everybody wants. But, well, you know what? I have it right here. I didn't plan this, but it's going to work out really well. I always charge my detector as soon as I come home from a hunt or overnight. So if I happen to go out when I'm not expecting or we get a ring call. But guys, look at the, how am I going to do this? That's the wobble of my shaft.
Is that the stock shaft?
That's the stock shaft. 2 years. It won't tighten. It won't tighten. These plastic threads right here have worn down, and it just won't tighten. And I think that, and then on the little bubble clips you have that gives you the little holes. On my 705, my MindLab 705, they put the little spring clips with a little button on both sides. So it double locks in and it gives you more reinforcement. And on this one, they only put the spring clip on one side. How much would that have cost? Like what, 30 cents, 50 cents to put that spring clip on the other side too, to double reinforce that?
If that.
Yeah, if that.
You know,
it literally, when you're making the shaft, it's literally drilling one more hole in each shaft.
Yeah, because all he had to do was drill completely through it. And instead of putting a single tab pin on it, they make double tab pins. And you can probably still do it yourself. Find a drill bit that fits through and just drill another hole on the other side and pop it.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about ordering a couple of those spring clips and putting a hole in. And what I did do is, if you buy the Detect Edge shaft down here at the bottom of the shaft, hey, that was the ceiling fan I just hit. Detect Edge shaft has a hole in it to let the water drain when you're water detecting. So I drilled one into my right here. Oh, there it is, right there. I drilled a little hole into the bottom of my shaft, so when I get out of the water automatically drains out of my shaft to lighten it back up, if you're carrying around all that water inside your shaft. Yeah. And that could be another little feature they put.
And those twist locks like that, they eventually will wear, just because of the unlocking and locking. You know, so that's probably another thing. Is it probably just needs to have a new one put on.
Okay, here we go. We've already got 4 comments. Richard says, I believe an improvement on the Knox would be stronger coil tabs and wired through the shaft. 2 good suggestions. We'll get back to those in a second. Detecting Show with Johnny O said, did you ever call MindLab about that shaft issue? No, I haven't, because I've seen it on every single Knox. As soon as Dalton started to wobble, Dalton went and got a Detect Ed custom shaft. I don't think they're going to guarantee the shaft's not locking. Richard says, Rob, try putting plumbing thread tape in there. That I will do. That is a great idea, Richard. Stan says, try using Loctite. That's a deal, Stan, if you're never going to take your machine apart. But since I have flown with my machine before, I break it down to put it in the carry bag. So I can't use Loctite because you wouldn't be able to break it down. But I will definitely try the plumbing tape, Richard. I have some in the garage.
Yeah, see, that's one of the ones I don't agree with, because then you'd have to have some type of rubber grommet or something to protect that from the metal chafing on that wire. Because if you cut that wire, that's it. You're down. Your coil's done.
Oh, you mean if you put the coil or the wire on the inside?
Yeah, you'll have to have something at the holes to protect it.
Yes, you would. You'd have to put that rubber grommet at the seal coming out. Yes.
Yeah, and that's still an iffy thing there with me.
Well, what's the new machine? The one that Brad Martin's now using with Green Mountain Metal Detecting, that's got no cables at all. It's all wireless.
Is that the Oryx?
The what?
The Oryx, Oryx?
No, I thought it was the new Fisher.
Well, I know that the Oryx is got it might be the new Fisher.
Kay and Deed say it's the new Deus.
Is it the new Deus?
Yes, that's what they both say, and they're probably right. He's got no cords at all on that machine, so when he's doing through the brush, he doesn't have to worry about it getting tangled up.
Right, but you can't use it in water.
No. Good morning, Metal Angler. It's the XP Deus. Thank you, Cynthia, Kay, and Deej, and Reed.
Morning, Metal Angler.
Wow, boy, he's got all our names. I wish I had these names down pat faster, but I'm trying to get them. I transferred Brenda's Mama's Gone Detecting. I took her list and emailed it to myself on my computer, and then now I've got it downloaded into my WordPad so I can update it and edit it as we go.
Right, Richard, but with something that's wireless, that's on top of the coil, I'm still thinking there's going to be some interference there with all that electronics sitting on top of that.
Oh yeah, I never thought about that. How close your wire is to your coil, because your wire's got to have metal in it.
Yeah. Well, even with the wireless coil that the Deuce has, it's still going to have that extra metal sitting on top of the coil.
Why? Why? If your bottom shaft is fiberglass or carbon, where are you going to have metal? See, so
On the wireless,
yeah.
I'm talking about the wireless unit itself that sends it to the control. You still
Okay.
have that extra metal from that wireless unit that's on the coil itself.
Okay.
I mean, you're going to have some type of an antenna on there to send it.
Shane says I'm still using my pinpointer taped to a broomstick. Someday, Shane, that's not. I've got him up there, Jacob.
When if you do a giveaway today, we'll throw in some Tidewater stickers and some 907 stickers to go along with it.
Oh, maybe we'll do that.
Hey, Shane, if you're finding stuff with it and it works, just make sure you don't ride the broomstick.
What do you guys think about? So I had an AT Pro. I bought it used on Facebook Marketplace for $400. Came with a bunch of accessories, and I don't know. I didn't have much luck with it sometimes, and I guess that's kind of like a tried and true, like older detector. I feel like that.
Well, it is definitely a tried and true machine.
It's been out for 7, 8, 9 years, but I'm seeing I really like the display that I'm seeing on like the Simplex and the Equinox, and I'm thinking I ended up selling my AT Pro, and I'm debating either between the Simplex Plus or just going for the Equinox 800.
Well, I don't know how much you do saltwater, but I know the Equinox 800 is built so that when you're in saltwater, it's as quiet as a church mouse. And I don't know how the Simplex. I know the Simplex is waterproof, and I know like the AT Pro, it does good in rivers, but I don't know anything about the Simplex with saltwater. So if anybody here is familiar with the Simplex and saltwater,
that's why what made my decision to sell the AT Pro is I'm 20 minutes away from the Virginia Beach oceanfront.
oh yeah,
I tried to metal detect when I was down in Florida at St. Augustine Beach, and it was chattering all over the place. I just couldn't get it to cooperate.
Good morning,
Hey,
Dirt
Scott.
Diggers UK. Scott here. Welcome, Scott.
He's an American that lives in the UK that does a bunch of digging out there. He's got some great stuff.
Fantastic. Welcome, Dirt Diggers UK. It's funny, when I started watching YouTube, Jacob, 4 years ago, and you start gravitating to some of the big channels that find stuff. 99% of the big channels, everybody used the AT Pro. Everybody. And then you start, and I have to admit, if I bought a Mine Lab because I watched Curse of Oak Island, and the only guy that was finding anything on that island was the guy with the Mine Lab metal detector.
Yeah.
So I gravitated towards Mine Lab, but if I'd have seen people with AT Pros in rivers that were waterproof, I may have bought I may be a Garrett person. But because my first detectorist I saw finding stuff had the Mine Lab, I did research, and I when I sold my investment house, I said I'm going to take up to $1,000, and I wound up spending $799 on the Xterra 705. And then, of course, 2 years later, for $100 more, they come out with a machine that blows that away.
Have you seen? I'm sure you've seen the Gig Master, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's in Virginia Beach, and he started with the AT Pro. That was his machine of choice, but now he's got the Equinox 800 now. But
Brockton, hang on a second, Jay. Brockton, thank you very much, and we'll go ahead and do that.
Nobody cares.
But now how did he keep his quiet?
Yeah. Also, it's funny. So I didn't have much luck on the beach with the AT Pro, and then I sold it to a guy on Facebook Marketplace. He at 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, he sends me a picture at 7 o'clock at night. He found 2 rings with it on the beach.
I guess there's a way you can set it up to keep it from chirping too bad. But,
5 hours later, I was like, wow.
Yeah. I mean, I can be daydreaming on the beach or in the water looking at bikinis, just be a million miles away. and that machine's as quiet as can be. But when you get a signal with that Knox on the beach, I mean, it just screams at you.
Yeah, I definitely want to get some beach detecting in this summer. It's it's fun, like you said. There's the sights and get some ocean spray on you, and definitely great.
And when you get hot, you just go in the water, you cool down.
So Treasure Outdoors said the Simplex is a chatterfest on saltwater, beach, or mineralized ground. It can be quieted down, but you lose performance. Equinox definitely superior in the salt. So I can't say anything for the Simplex because I don't know anything about it, but I can say with the Knox, I like it better than what other machines I've used, just simply because it's got the beach modes and it's got the gold modes.
Yep, yeah. There you go. And that's why I waited. It took me an extra 6 months to get an 800 because they were sold out. I had several people call me with the 600, but my girlfriend said, you wanted the 800. Stick to your, you're going to be disappointed if you get the 6. So I stuck, and then finally somebody called me and had an 800 in. And we had some friends in Georgia that had a cabin up in the mountains. Unfortunately, they've since sold it, but I bought it to go up to Georgia because they lived in an area near where the big gold mines were in Georgia. Near, what is it, Dahlia, whatever that city's called. But I still want to take it up to Georgia and go, check some streams for gold. And Cynthia's making a good comment. The Simplex is awesome in the fresh water, but for saltwater, use the Knox. Exact same thing you said, and Treasure Outdoors said, Cecil.
Yeah, and it's hard to compare them too because you got the Simplex is 300 and the Knox is 3 times the price. So
yes, exactly. So I mean, if you're not doing salt water and you want a machine, I mean, I watch Merrill's show. I go to his website, I Rate Detectors, and he basically says that the Simplex is about 70 to 80% of what the Knox is at a third of the price. So if you're not using it for salt water, and like you say, well, you need it for salt water, but for somebody that's not using it for salt water that doesn't want to spend an arm and a leg on a metal detector. I've hunted with Susie Q. She had one. She really liked hers. I think Cynthia liked hers.
All righty, Amphibious. Have fun with Barney.
And I am definitely not knocking the Knox. I mean, Shane says he's found a lot of good stuff with it. And I know why Shane uses it. Shane uses it because the buttons on the Knox are raised. And now that he's got it memorized where they're at on the machine, Shane can feel his buttons. They're tactile, that Shane, being a blind person, can feel those. And the problem is the Simplex and the Knox pads are flat. You just have a circle there that you press into the circle and it goes in. Well, that doesn't help a blind person unless they come out with a pad that's got Braille on it above the circles. Now there's an idea. But, unfortunately, Shane probably makes up less than 0.0001 of all metal detectors. So are they going to make something for, I know of only 3 or 4 blind detectors I've heard of out there?
No.
So, yeah, I'm definitely not knocking the Garrett. I mean, all the big channels used it. And hell, the Cougar boys, probably 3 out of the 5 of them are still using it. And Jesus, look at the Colonial and the Civil War stuff they're pulling out every week.
Yeah, Silver Wrench just said he loves his Simplex. I think what you need to do with that, Jacob, is just compare the two. Watch some YouTube videos about people using them and instructions and how to use them and stuff like that. Then compare the two and what you are wanting to do with it.
Yeah, I think
everybody I've talked to about the Knox, and one of the reasons why I went with the Knox is because they said it's great in the beach.
I think that's what I want it for. And then, if I come down and visit Rob, I'm going to want to detect in the salt water.
Yeah.
See, that's a nice thing. We could do a beach here 365 days a year. When people are snowed in and I'm doing beach videos, they get much higher views in the wintertime because everybody's snowed in and I'm walking around a beach at 75 degrees in December and January. I mean, I went metal detecting Christmas Day or Christmas Day night, New Year's night. I mean, and they get pretty high views because they get more views than my dirt digging. People just love seeing the water because the vast majority of people don't live around water. That's the determination I've come to.
That and the bikinis.
Yes. And Shane says, my buddy says I'm good with the Garrett Pro because I know it well. And that's what we were talking about earlier. It doesn't, Denise Kidder, she doesn't have a very expensive machine that does Clearwater Beach, but she knows her machine well. And when we hunted there 2 weeks ago, she walked over to me and handed me a little earring that was a set of handcuffs. Really cool find, very small item. And her inexpensive machine found that because she knows her machine.
Well, that sucks, Shane. He said he tried to get a hold of MindLab about his iPhone connecting so he can hear it talk, so I could talk to him, and they haven't gotten back to him on it.
Well, he's not the first person. He's not the first person I've heard them say that with. See, Silver Wrench says they love their Simplex. I don't hear people say bad things about the Simplex, except occasionally it's chattery, and that it would chatter near another machine or near a pinpointer. But I believe they put an update out for that, and their updates you can do through the USB plugin, just like you can with the Knox.
Coin, you dig it. It's tough living so close to Clearwater Beach. Not.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Stan's even closer than Denise is. We were down there a few weeks ago, and I was meeting Stan and Denise, and Stan comes walking over to me, and besides his machine and his scoop, he's got 2 full-size shovels. I mean, regular construction shovels. I go, Stan, what the hell are you doing? And he's like, they were left out here on the beach. Those babies are going home with me. We had some teenagers out here digging some huge pit, and they just left all the shovels at the end of the day.
Man. Yeah. Treasure Outdoors says Simplex is great, but not first choice for saltwater beach. Vanquish even does very well if you don't plan to submerge it. Well,
that's because Vanquish uses the same computer program that the Equinox does. They just didn't make it waterproof.
Well, I'm hearing what a lot of people that I've heard that have the Vanquish 540, I think it is.
Yep, 540.
It's saying it's just a mini 600.
Yes, that's not waterproof.
Yeah, except for that. That's the only thing different between the 600 and the 540 is it's not waterproof.
But see what
it's single, and it only uses multi.
Go ahead, Cecil.
And it only uses multi-frequency, so you can't go to the single frequencies like you can with the Knox.
But I'll tell you what, very, 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 very rarely have I ever gone to a single frequency. I mean, yeah. I bet I could count times on one hand. I mean, yeah, it did find me that Barber dime when I went to single frequency. The Grony boys gave me that recommendation, and I tried it, and it just so happened I took 5 steps into trying that the first time, and boom, there was a Barber dime that I'd missed before. So, yeah, it did come in handy cutting it down to a single frequency for the lawn that had chatter, but I've probably only tried that 4 or 5 times. So I don't think that would be a deterrent on the Vanquish. I think MindLab's Vanquish was an answer to the Simplex for the price level, but I didn't understand why they didn't make it waterproof, considering that Simplex managed to do a machine at that price and still make it waterproof.
Yeah, Johnny, mine came already updated when I got mine. I've had mine for about 3 months now. So
there you go. See, Shane, there you go. So MindLab did make the Vanquish with buttons that are similar to the Garrett AT Pro. Very good, Shane. Yep, that's right. Johnny O says on the Simplex and the Knox, you just download the app on your computer and plug it into USB. You know, it's like the updates on the Tesla. The updates on the Tesla just come over the computer screen in the Tesla, and you just download them while your car's in your garage, whereas with like the Volkswagen, you got to take it into Volkswagen for them to download the updates in the computer of the EV car. So, you know, who the hell wants to have to take their car to the dealership for an update when with Tesla you could just press a button in your garage and the computer updates itself. You know, that's what MindLab and Simplex got now. Wow, Kay has an hang on. Kay says she has an update or Knox, and I got it. Kay, I will tell you what everybody else will tell you. Do the first and second update. Do not do the third update.
Well, doesn't the third date have that 4 kilohertz on it?
Yes. But I've also heard a lot of people say it. I've just heard a lot of people say I don't like it. Some people have actually gone back to factory and tried to back out of it.
Yeah, see, mine came with the latest update, so I don't have any reference for the past updates, and you can't go backwards with it from what I've been told.
But I'll be honest with you, I mean, you got a 5 megahertz with the MindLab with the Equinox already. So what I mean, yeah, I guess you're going 1 megahertz lower, but I really couldn't see that much difference between a 4 and a 5. I mean, they got 2 gold settings on the Equinox on the 800. They got 20 megahertz and 40. I mean, that's a big difference, 20 to 40. That's a 20 jump, but I can't see the difference on one.
Right.
Dirt Diggers UK says, major point, it's an outdoor hobby, get a waterproof machine. That's a good point. You know, when we had that rainstorm here Wednesday when I was hunting with Shane, me and Troy didn't have to worry about leaving our machines out in the back of the truck because they're waterproof. Shane, I could so live near the beach and be a beach bum. Shane, I'd be out there with you every day, buddy. I run without the iron virus on, Kay. I discriminate out my iron. And I wondered why everybody else on the beach, and I watched their videos, are finding so many tent stakes. And I realized they're made out of iron, and I discriminate my iron out. So I miss most of the tent stakes. I don't find many tent stakes. I mean, I hunt with Denise sometimes. She gets 6, 7 tent stakes because she's running full iron mode.
All right, so I got to show something because somebody just sent me an email about my flag behind me. I had something. I had something. I got to get it out. Well, they're being remade because they're ugly, but I will be having these in a giveaway soon.
Oh, look at those! Aren't those cool? Little mini flags or banners, whatever you want to call them. That is cool, Cecil.
Oh, look for that.
That is cool, buddy.
On the camera, it shows red, but me looking at them, they're more of like a brown, which is not what I wanted. So
it's showing up pretty brown on mine.
Yeah, so I mean, if you look at this flag compared to that one, 2 different colors.
Now, do you have a local place make them up your way?
Actually, the guy that made that flag made it for me. So, yeah, kind of local. But I'll be having those for giveaways.
Way cool.
I figure I'm going to start another trend with these little flags like I did with the poker chip.
I was going to say, where'd you get those flags made? No, I'm just kidding.
Cynthia said she already needs one, Cecil.
I know.
Reed says he loves them.
Give me some so I'm sorry, Shane. I apologize. My bad. So my Demon Rat logo has a rat on it that's kind of snarling, and it's red. It's got a little bit of pink, and it says Demon Rat 71 detecting, and it's got a bit of a red background to it. So I've got that's my big flag. So I'm getting smaller flags. They're about a 5x8 flag. So those will be going out to people. You know, as part of giveaways and stuff. So I'm trying to find things that people aren't doing. T-shirts are great. I don't think I will do some this year, maybe next year. But I like the little things like the poker chip because that's something that is unusual. Everybody's doing stickers. So I went with something a little bit off the beaten path, you might say. Oh, you're welcome, Shane. I apologize, man. I forget that you can't see, man, and it's my bad on that one. But yeah, no, it's actually pretty. It comes with a little wooden flagpole and stuff like that. And what the hell was that? Oh, you want that flag? No, that wasn't an expensive flag. But you might get a smaller one. But those ones there, I'm not giving out. They're probably going to get cut up and thrown away because they're I don't want that type because it's not the right.
So I don't know what your big flag cost you, but in the Buccaneers store, a big flag like that went for $169.
And that was one that that was a Buccaneers flag, right? So they probably bought 5,000 of them and got it cheap. I bought a one of a kind.
Yeah. So That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it's-
Yeah, you can't be giving that away. That costs a lot of money.
Jim Steele.
No, I look way worse, man. I look
man.
way worse than that when I wake up. But yeah. No, man. That one's probably gonna be buried with me, or if I decide I might get cremated though. It'll probably get cremated with me, or I'll give it to my son, and then he can do whatever he wants to it.
I'd like to hunt Virginia Beach, Shane. I really would. I'd love to get up that way. I have family in Maryland, so I have hunted a couple beaches along the Chesapeake Bay. I've hunted Ocean City. My Ocean City beach video is one of my most watched videos. I just think because Ocean City is such a popular area. And that was the video where I found 3 cans of cold beer buried in the deep sand that I think guys were drinking, and they got too drunk to remember where they buried the beer, and they couldn't find them. So my sister got to drink 3 cold beers that night.
It's awesome.
She
I
passed
take
out on the
this
bed
one.
after drinking the beers, but she wouldn't let me film her.
That's awesome. Yeah, Shane, that's awesome. You have family in the area. I'm about 30 minutes outside of Virginia Beach in Chesapeake. And this goes for anybody, Rob, or anybody in here. If you guys are ever in the Virginia Beach area, shoot me a message. I'll take you magnet fishing, or we can go metal detecting, or
That would be awesome. I did. Instead of buried beer is buried treasure.
yeah,
Shane.
I'd call that treasure.
Yeah, my sister's not a big drinker either, and she's a really small person. She's a very petite person. So when I gave her those 3 tall boys, I looked over. She was reading, and the book fell on her chest, and she was asleep. And I took pictures of her, but she wouldn't let me post them on YouTube.
What kind of beer is it? Was it?
I can't remember what it was. I have to go back and watch my video, but I think it was. I can't remember if it was Miller Lite or Bud Light or something. But yeah, I found all the rest of the cans they buried too, but there were still 3 that were still sealed that they never got to. And I thought, well, they just got too drunk to remember where they were.
I love watching like Jigging with Jordan and D Almighty, like when they do the river treasure snorkeling, like at Ginny Springs, and they find full beers. And one time they found a whole thing of Patron, like with the cork still in it. And like, they're just, it's funny because sometimes they just pass them up to whoever's tubing. Like, here you go.
I want to do Ginny Springs. That's less than 2 hours from me.
Yeah, I want to. That's on my list too. I might hit that on the way down next time. But yeah, I remember they were doing their outro, showing all their finds, and like he was like, I found 3 Coronas, and then like they were like sealed, and then some of them were empty and open, and he was like, well, these were brand new.
I remember not JD's right. I remember Nugget Noggin found a sealed Gatorade in a river, and he rinsed the outside of the bottle off, and he opened that baby up and drank it. I was rolling on the floor.
Absolutely.
Did you see what Shane wrote? If it was coffee, Rob, you would remember the
I would
brand.
remember the brand. Yes, I read that. He's right. I would remember the brand. See, now you guys are going to go make me find that.
So, Rob, I have a question for you.
Fire away, sir.
Now you're a coin hunting guy, right?
Yes, sir. I'm in the middle of a 20-box penny mega hunt right now.
How do you do it?
Like, what do you mean, how?
Well, I mean, I guess I should watch your videos on those. I've watched a couple, but I mean, you're like your camera setup. Do you just leave it where it's at and go through them, or do you put a camera?
Yeah, I just for the halves, people see pennies are a lot different than halves. I mean, you're not really looking for silver. You're not looking really for things that are as valuable as the $50 silvers are. So for the silvers, a lot of guys have the camera set up with it above the box. Pat gave me a great suggestion, and have your computer camera recording from one angle and then your hand camera recording from the second. I thought that was a good idea by Pat. But what a lot of guys do is they have it on a tripod from right below it. That's what JD's Variety Channel does, and Rob Finds Treasure. And what I have Denise hold the camera when I'm ripping open a box of halves. That way, people want to see that it's a sealed box, that you didn't plan anything. So you film yourself opening the box on the halves. So when you flip it open, if you find a silver ender there, it's like doing a live dig where you start filming before you put your shovel in the ground so people know it's not a planted coin. But with pennies, the most valuable thing I've ever found is a Indian head penny worth 50 cents or $1. I mean, I've gotten blank planchets and stuff like that. So I just film them with I open the box up. In this 20 box I'm doing, Cecil, my problem is out of the 22 boxes I've bought, 6 of them are brand new uncirculated mint coins that I've now got to take back to be able to get to 20 boxes of pennies. I think the mint's shipping out a shitload of pennies since they got behind with the whole COVID non-distribution. So I'm having trouble getting circulated pennies. But I just open it up. I flip the box over, Cecil, so you can, put 2 enders, put 2 sets of books or something, so all your pennies are stacked up. And then I film to see if you get any enders like Wheaties or foreign or Canadian. And then I just open the roll up and go through and film if I find something good in the roll.
Yeah, well, I've already opened my box, but
that's fine.
They're all sealed.
Are they circulated? Are they dark? Are they older pennies? Or you got memorials and?
They're all circulated.
Okay, good.
Boxes. Yeah. No, if I got a box of new ones, I'd go, okay.
All right. Well, you know what? I've had 2 people ask me to do a giveaway this morning. They said they would do it. Tidewater and I believe 907.
Yep.
So they would do stickers. So let's go ahead and do a giveaway.
Do you want to do a race?
I don't have it set up.
I do.
Oh, buddy. Yeah, I would love that if you could do that.
All right. So what do you want? What kind of race do you want?
Well, let's do the classic duck race. Let's do the classic.
We can do a car race, a pirate race.
Cynthia says I'm going to have a T-shirt made that says "Saving one Zinkin at a time." Excellent, Cynthia.
Good morning, Charlie.
I bet that would sell, Cynthia.
Okay, let me.
Mr. Charlie's in the room. Hi, Mr. Charlie, digging it back. He better get his ass down here for 4th of July. And I know he's laughing right now because he can't come 4th of July.
So I have one for a zombie race.
Yeah, which one do you guys want to see? Do you want to see pirates? Do you want to see Shane says
cars? I could do a canoe race. I can do a running race, a BMX,
you got a
swimming.
Zombies.
I can do a sack race. Do a horse race. Could do a camel race.
Johnny O says ducks.
I got pirates, another one for zombies.
I will,
pirate, zombies.
Pirate.
I will throw in my sticker too, guys. And I'll even put a silver diamond with my sticker. I've got one right here.
Blind race.
Silver Rosie. So
Pirates.
I'll put them aside. And guys, I even went to my box supplier for my eBay business and I bought a bunch of smaller padded envelopes that I can put my coins in. So guys, I am stocked up with mailing supplies to send out my silver. And like I say, I sent 9 silvers out. Archaeology Mikey, I saw his comment here earlier that he got his silver coin. Jacob got his. I know Cynthia got hers. I know Mallyman24 got the stickers I sent him. Yep, there we go. Thank you, sir. Uh-oh, what did Kay say that?
Okay, so what I need is if you guys are lurking,
Kay says I've never
put
seen
something in chat.
Race.
All peg-legged race. Yeah, Mikey, I think Pirates won, so we'll do the pirate one. But I need everybody that's in chat just to type 1 or put in Menardo.
There you go.
How do you do this sorcery where you're copying the list? I heard you talking about it the other night on the Rockers Live.
All right, so this I'll explain that. So if you guys are doing races, and Marlon, if he's in here, I think it was what Marlon showed me. No, it wasn't Marlon. It was someone else actually. It was Found It Buried. If you go up to you're doing the race, You go up there and make sure you're on live chat. So the live chat is anybody who has chatted in the comments in the last couple of minutes.
Okay.
Oh, you don't use Windows, so it's going to be a little bit different. You use Linux. So anyways, if you're in live chat, and you click over and you click on participants on the buttons that are right next to live chat.
And this
and
is YouTube, right?
And you just copy and paste.
Is that in YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube.
Okay.
So you should be able to do it. You should still be able to do it though, because I use Chrome.
Yeah.
There,
that's what I
Marlon.
do.
Yeah, Mayor said and 2 cell phones. Menardo. Shane says, I don't know how to spell Menardo, but he put Bernardo. That's funny. Bernardo.
That's Shane's phone that messes that stuff up. Because when he says my name, Cecil, the phone puts it
Seesaw?
in.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Shane's making new nicknames for people, one live at a time.
Yeah.
We got Seesaw and Bernardo.
Yeah, what was the seesaw thing? Is that for Cecil?
Yes, because his phone doesn't recognize my name that way.
Ah,
All right, how long do we want to do this for?
you can
2
make it
minutes?
minute 30, 2 minutes. I don't care. Everybody loves them. All righty. Oh, the beer was Coors Light, guys.
Ooh, the silver bullet.
That silver bullet. 3 cans of Coors Light.
When the mountains are blue.
All righty. Some good stuff. Metal Angler, make it 122. Yeah, okay, no, we're not going to make it 5 minutes.
You do it for how long the live has been on. Do like 1 minute 52 seconds.
And Mr. Mayor, Mr. Marlin put his link up for his show, guys. Everybody, please go visit. I know you do, because when he starts off with at least the same amount of number we have, plus some few people that come into his that don't do mine. So, but definitely get over to Marlin's video, Marlin's stream, guys. Coors Light equals water.
Right,
I
Johnny?
don't know because I don't drink, buddy. Silver bullion. You know what, guys? Maybe I'll go to the beach tonight. Denise, if you're still here, Stan, if you're still here, Mikey, drive up from Bradenton or wherever the hell you're at.
So I'll throw in my set too, guys, for the race.
Look at that, guys. We got 3 sets, 4 sets, 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of stickers and a silver dime, guys. That's awesome, Cecil.
Seesaw is the man. Make some seesaw stickers with like the rat sitting on one side of the seesaw.
All right, so that's ready. All right, so I normally do like 1:30. Is that good enough for everybody?
That's perfect.
It's not too short. It's not too long.
I got some extra Ohio River history stickers too, so I'm gonna throw one of
There you go.
Shane's stickers in with 907 and my stickers. Whole sticker pack coming to you.
All right, so I got 49 people. How many's actually in chat?
It says there's 30 in here right now.
30.
It's 28 watching.
Wow, we just lost 2. Bill
Yes,
says Marlin, who's Marlin? Well, if they're not here, Cecil, then they don't win.
All right.
Let me know when you're going to start it, Cecil, and I'll give you the page.
Mike, it sucks. It's supposed to be 115 today.
Ugh.
Mike Doyle. He's a
Mike.
follower of mine. So, yeah, it's gonna suck because it's supposed to be 115. It's almost 80 right now.
I will tell you right now, see, so if it was 115 here, Denise and I would never leave the pool patio and the pool.
Okay. Minute 30.
Dude, you know what? That's a good idea, Cecil. Maybe I'll do the stream from the pool patio next week.
You'll do what?
You gonna have your mankini on for us?
No, I am not going to have a mankini.
Banana hammock.
Shane, see it my way. He can do the mankini, okay?
Hey, Shane, I put a shirt on before I came on the live. Nobody wants to see this naked, especially me. Silver Wrench, I'm in Oregon. I'm in the Willamette Valley.
Go ahead.
I'm in Oregon. The Oregon State Beaver Stadium, Reese's Stadium, is probably about a 20-minute walk from my house. So if you know who the Oregon State Beavers are, they kind of have a sucky football team, but their baseball team kicks butt.
That's okay. See, so my elementary school was the Beavers, the Beachfield Beavers.
Mine was the Carcer Elementary Beavers.
I think Beaver's more appropriate for an elementary school than.
Butter beans. Well, you just. All right, Butter.
Dalton's telling me he's doing more research and finding old parks. Go, Mr. Dalton.
I got to put the bean in. See, butter beans, chai water, whole, hop, see, yep, okay. Let me. All right, I'm done. If your name's not in there, I apologize because I got 26 names. All right, go ahead and make me big.
I can make you big, sir, and we're not going to even go there with that, okay?
I was about to say, whoa. You beat me to it. You beat me to it. This is a family program, guys.
Oh, hang on, let me
Come on, share.
Let me get Reed's comment off the. There we go.
Papyrus says, "What's a banana kini? Have you ever seen Borat?" Woo!
I thought that was a mankini.
Banana hammock, mankini,
Banana hammock. Yeah.
All right, why am I not getting? There we go.
Look at all the
There you go, sir.
Let's do a shuffle. Now I can't see chat or anything with the way my screen is, so
Me neither.
I'm gonna start 3, 2, 1.
There we go, guys. The Pirates are off. We have Silver Wrench and Papa Rouse. What's in the dirt leading the group? Silver Wrench right behind him. Dirt Diggers UK in fourth. Crafting with Gertie's in third. Ooh, FL Thunder's in fourth. That's the closest I've ever been. But of course, I'm fading fast. Here comes Epic Adventures in Paradise moving into the front. Bill is fading. Silver Wrench is fading. Oh, Mayor's now in second place. Marlin. Gertie's fading back.
Butterbeans catching up.
Butterbeans is coming up with his little pirate flag.
Go, Gertie. Go,
I
Gertie.
got bad news for Epic Adventure. The first place one never stays in first, so sorry, Howard. Rob's holding in third. Marlin's holding in second. Here comes digging it back, Mr. Charlie, with his cute little pink dress on, Mr. Charlie. Moving right up. Pink dress Charlie's in first place. Here comes Mr. Bill making a comeback. Oh, yep, Rob's fading. Rob's fading fast.
And Jim Steele's down the lead.
Here comes Johnny O. Jim
not
Steele with
fading.
his beard just faded. Johnny O and Epic Adventures.
Uh-oh, who's going to start running? Who's going to start
We got
running?
10
Oh,
seconds left.
Oh, Ohio River.
Because Ohio
Ohio River.
on the
Here comes
back
Ohio River.
stretch, and it is.
Oh, who's coming fast? Oh, Garth.
Oh, you actually catch.
Ah, it's Ohio River history.
All right, guys. There's who won.
Ohio River history, Shane.
Congrats, Ohio.
Yes, Bill, you were in drag.
I'll have Shane text me his address, guys. Johnny O says 10th place. Johnny O, I don't usually wind up on the screen. Shane wins his own sticker.
Yeah, Shane, you want your own sticker? Yeah, I already sent Shane stickers, so boom.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Hey, nobody told my pirate where the finish line was, Shane says. Oh, that's hilarious.
I think yours ran the other direction, Shane.
We'll make sure we will get you some 907 stickers, though, Shane.
Oh, Carl, if you come into Marlon stream, Carl, at 11:30, Marlon does one every stream, and they are just an absolute riot. So thank you, Cecil.
Yep. So Shane, my email is demonrat71@gmail. Send me your address, and I'll get that off to you.
Reed, I'm never usually even on the page, Reed. I'm usually back there cleaning up the pirate poop. My pirate stayed back in the captain's cabin. You got that right, Kay. That's about where mine was. Slogging back to the liquor. Yep. How about after dinner, Stan? Carl, drive up from Naples and do Clearwater Beach with us tonight. We have a lost ring and
right, Mikey. Yeah, no, that's who I Found It Bear's the one that told me about the going up there with the chat on YouTube and going to the participants and copying and pasting instead of typing all the names in, which is great.
Sorry to hear that, Mike.
Totally understandable. Don't be sorry about that, man.
Well, Found It Barry does this a lot too. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm gonna have somebody have to walk me through that. Gertie's got to go. See you all next week. Thanks for stopping in.
Night, Mandy, darling.
Night, Mandy. Mine was just looking for the.
She does some really. Mandy's got some really nice crafts that she does. She does a lot of like keepsake style books, and stuff like that.
Well, I'll tell you something. I watched one of Brenda's videos this week at her flea market or craft show she went to. Boy, does she do some nice stuff. All right, Stan, we'll do. Because I know when I see my eye doctor tomorrow or Tuesday, he's going to tell me not to hunt for a week, so I might as well go out hunting tonight before they tell me I can't hunt.
Night, Shane. Have a great one, man. Can I drop my...
See you, Shane.
Give me a sec.
Yeah, Stan says if my pirate was metal detecting on the beach. Absolutely. Cecil, Mikey's wondering if you could drop your link. All right, Arizona, be careful out there, buddy.
Boom, I beat you to I beat you to it.
Yeah, safe traveling, Lord. What's that?
I said I beat you to putting your link up.
Well, according to my screen.
Oh, in the on YouTube. Yeah, I guess my screen shows it the other way.
There you go. Jim says his pirate lost because he was using his walker. Stan says he's out of here.
All right, Courtney Dick, have a good one.
He's got to get a nap before we hit Clearwater Beach tonight.
Well, Jim, you should have had your pirate hitting people next to you then. Just start swinging. Thanks, Mikey.
Wow,
Yeah, I
guys,
gotta get you
25
back
watching,
in.
but we got up to 39 likes. That's awesome, guys. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'll contact Shane and get his address.
Hey, tell 907 thanks, by the way.
You
No
know
problem. Thanks, 907.
You're welcome.
You're a good secretary. You know that, Jacob?
Yeah, 907 in Tidewater. Thank you very much for the stickers donation.
No problem.
Mrs. Green Thumb.
Mrs. Green Thumb,
Hello,
welcome.
raid from Miss Southern Belle.
Well, that is awesome. Victoria Roman Carter. Wow, there's a blast from the past name.
Thanks,
Hi,
Carl.
Victoria.
Is she
Cecil,
really? So she's actually going to go through with it, Mikey? So Susie Q's having surgery. I don't know if you all know who she is. Susie Q 96.
oh yeah, I didn't know she was having surgery. I knew
She's
was
gonna have the
trying to get to
surgery?
Michigan.
Cynthia, my private was on the street corner hustling Charlie.
David Carlisle, welcome. I saw him in the stream last night. Hello, Bill 457. Wow, we do have a raid going on here.
Yeah, we do. That's awesome. And the race is over.
Well, they can all hang around for Marlin's race.
Yep. Well, everybody
Yeah,
welcome that's coming in from Miss Southern Belle.
45 likes now. 46. Wow, we've only been to 50 one or two times.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I saw David. David was doing a stream last night at their local pool because, it, like you said, Cecil, it's so hot there that everybody's been flocking to the pools.
That's one thing I like about Oregon. You could drive 10 miles and find a body of water.
There you go.
I mean, it's not the land of 10,000 lakes or anything like that, but there's a river that's nearby. There's something that, you can just get to and crawl in and cool off. But
Now, I can't remember. Are you allowed to detect any of them or not?
oh, I can detect. Okay, so there's only one place you cannot detect in the state of Oregon, and that's the state capitol, the building grounds. You cannot detect there. Other than that, a lot of it, like with the state parks and federal parks that are in Oregon, if you can get permission, which is very, very hard to get, you can dig it. Like here in Corvallis, I had to ask for permission to get a piece of paper that says I can dig in the city parks. That's all they want. They just want to say, hey, we know you're doing this, and yes, you have permission. And that's all it is here. Now, Lebanon, which is about a 45-minute drive east of me, you are not allowed to dig in the city parks at all. City parks. County parks are a different story. County parks you can dig in Lebanon.
See, it's just the opposite here. The county south of where I live, which is Pinellas, which is where literally 99% of the club lives. The county of Pinellas doesn't want you digging their parks, but the county of Pinellas has 26 municipalities in it that have their own city government, and out of those 26 municipalities, probably 20 of them allow metal detecting. Though if the county park is actually within the city limits, the county defers to the city rules and lets you dig. So how messed up is that, Cecil? A couple new people came in. Hello, Miss Canadian Stacker. Welcome.
Montana Treasure Hunter, hello.
Montana Treasure Hunter, yes.
Metal Anglers here.
Mikey's putting on the information about Susie Q. The doctors are trying to figure out the date for her surgery, and she still needs $1,600 for the RV to go to Michigan for better doctors. Yeah, I know she's really been wanting to get to Michigan. So we wish her luck with that. Water, Reed says, what is that?
Yeah. Well, Reed, come back to Oregon. You'll know what it is.
Head out. Good luck prospecting, Montana. That would be your daughter there. She came running in.
Yeah, Montana, have a good one out there. Good luck.
Yeah,
6
stay
more likes for
hydrated,
60.
buddy. No state park hunting here in Texas ever, Kay says, exclamation point.
Yeah. There's Fort Stevens is where you're up there in the mouth of the Columbia River. It had soldiers there during the Civil War. And people are shocked that there was a base that this far west, but they'll let you dig in certain areas. But then there's certain areas that are off limits, and it's on you to know what those areas are. They're not marked.
Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of the parks down here don't mark that you can't, but if you do it, you'll get told.
Right. Well, there's like the picnic areas you can do. The actual fort itself with all the bunkers and stuff like that, you can't. And then there's certain spots, certain places on the beach that's by Fort Stevens that you can't dig, like right around the Peter Iredale.
She loves plastic just like Thunder do. Hey, welcome, Bill 457. Wow,
Yes.
Reed says he doesn't think we've had 2 inches of rain. Reed, up until we hit our rainy season 10 days ago, we hadn't had 2 inches of rain here all spring either.
We probably had
Now-
about 3 inches here in Oregon.
And now we've had rain 7 out of the last 10 days, including that tropical front that went through here and soaked everything. So the state of Florida is actually green again.
You guys want to see something cool?
Go right ahead, sir.
907 and I actually made it on the local news.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That I found that ship anchor from the 1800s, and I reached out to a news channel and a newspaper, and they did a story on us, and they did a cool little article on magnet fishing, and they actually called it "Magnet Fishing is the new sport, sure to draw you in." So now all magnet fishers are athletes. You heard it here first.
There you go, buddy. There you go. Hey, I watched that video when you guys all started talking about it last week. I went and watched that. What a freaking incredible find that was.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to top that. And I actually,
Are
I made the,
you going to electrolysis and get it looking as good as you can, or just leave it the way it is?
well, I got to leave it right now. I guess there's an archaeologist I'm in talks with that he wants to get up with me, I guess. And he was trying to tell me something that technically, if something's older than 50 years old and you pull it out of the water, it's the property of the state, and you need a permit to excavate artifacts. And basically, like, I better donate this anchor, or there's going to be some issues.
Well, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine, but you tell them when you donate that anchor, you want that plaque to say your name.
Tidewater magnet thrower.
There
And
you go.
I want a
There you
QR
go.
code that goes directly to the video. No,
Yep, I want that little brass plaque right there.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. They're thinking it's going to need to go to a lab and have electrolysis for like a year and a half in one of those tanks.
Wow.
But
Hey, thanks for coming in. See you later.
and actually, this guy, I don't know, he was talking a bunch of. He's about to work for the state and be a state archaeologist guy, and I don't want to rub this guy wrong because, magnet fishing is illegal in South Carolina, and the archaeologists made that happen because I guess some magnet fishers destroyed a historical site trying to pull stuff up, or they didn't know that was there or whatnot. So if all it takes is somebody not to turn something over like this, and then they could try to make it illegal in Virginia, and other states will follow. And basically they try to spin it that the artifacts belong in the water, and magnet fishers are destroying history and destroying sacred artifacts.
See, my point is, if it's in the water and nobody knows it there, how are you doing any worse than leaving it down there? If nobody knows it's there to even scuba dive, see, that's the most asinine government logic I've ever freaking heard.
Right.
Boardman, aka Kenneth Oakes, welcome to the stream, folks, from Kingsport,
it's
Tennessee.
really-
First time here on your channel. Miss Southern Belle Raid sent me. Well, thank you, Kenneth Oakes. We have a combination of metal detectorists and magnet throwers and coin roll hunters and silver stackers here.
And it's really cool, Rob. I actually I got a picture last night of this sign, and you probably won't be able to see much of it, but the area where I found the anchor is very historic, and this sign actually talks about how in 1779, the British like sailed up the river and burned the city to the ground. And American troops were occupying it during the Revolutionary War. And there's a bunch of other stuff talking about some famous general visited on 1825, and there was a bunch of fires in like 1837. So this right where I found this anchor is a plethora of history.
Ooh, there's my word. I love the word plethora. There you go.
Yeah. And actually, there's an article from about 3 years ago. A couple thousand feet up the river, they found some wooden ships that date back to that time period, and they call them the ghost ships. And you can actually see them at low tide. And same, like the archaeologists came out and studied it and measured it and everything. And of course, they're going to leave it there because the archaeologist's whole thing is if they don't have a way to deal with it, it's supposed to stay in the water until they can
I
properly.
understand that, but an anchor is not a permanent. It's not like a 120-foot long ship that you would need special. An anchor's just
Right.
sitting there. Okay, it's just a part. Okay, it's a relic. It's an artifact. So why not bring that up and put that in your local museum's historical museum or a maritime museum?
We have a maritime museum here, and I tried to email them, and they haven't gotten back to me. My mom had a great idea. We have a huge aquarium here. Put it in the shark tank. That would be so cool. You know, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. This guy's supposed to get up with me in July and come take measurements, and I guess he's in talk with people. But he told me a story about a similar anchor that now, like, they restored it, and now it's in front of an elementary school in Florida. So I hope they keep it local, like you said, a local museum.
Yeah, I mean, I have not told anybody this because I'm going to be doing a premiere video on it one time, but I have gotten my first relic into a museum, and it's a relic that until I found it, the city that I found it in, it's a relic from a business that the city did not even know existed in 1908 because it burned down in 1907, and the researcher at the museum that has it actually had to go back through 120-year-old newspapers to find one article about this establishment that the city didn't even know was in their own city 120 years ago because it burned to the ground and nobody knew it existed until I found this relic. So I am so excited that my relic has revealed history that nobody else knew about. And they're super excited about having that. Why wouldn't you want that exposed? Because of the, I hope it gets put somewhere. I hope it gets restored or electrolysis. I hope it looks beautiful sitting somewhere, and I'd love to see a picture of it sitting somewhere in the future.
Absolutely.
But I agree with Mikey 07 here. Let's go back to where he said it. Why have it sitting somewhere where it's going to eventually rot away in the water? Yeah, there you go, Reed.
Well, that's the funny thing. I guess so it's been in the water for 200 to 300 years already, and I guess it will last another 200 or 300 years if it stays in the water. When you take an item like that out of the water, it just turns bright orange. The rust takes over, and it starts to fall apart and degrade.
Yes, but they can seal that.
Right. Yeah. You got to electrolyze it for a really long time and then coat it.
Right.
But
yeah, you want to get that coated and preserved because, see, here's my point. If it's history in the ground and nobody knows it's there, it's not history.
Right. Till it's excavated.
It's the old if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's there to hear it, doesn't make any noise. Yeah, if the artifact's down there, how do you say, well, you're destroying the artifact? No, you didn't know it was there.
Yeah. The detecting show with Johnny O, I actually reached out to him because he was the guy that was the lead archaeologist on the ships that were discovered nearby. So I just reached out to him, and I guess he's about to be some state guy for Virginia. He's I don't know.
Do me a favor, Jacob. Put their link up to that video. A couple people have asked for that.
Okay.
Yeah. See, Mikey makes a good point here. Soon the Titanic ship is not going to be there. So why not try and retrieve every artifact off the Titanic and put them in a museum for people to see? I mean, that was a whole other way of life 100 years ago in the Titanic. Yeah, see, Cynthia agrees. I'm glad you brought that up, Jacob. That it's gotten a great discussion here today going on relics and artifacts. There you
Yeah,
go.
it's hard because let's just say I wanted to make a kiddie pool electrolysis and do it myself and have it in my home on display or something. You know what I mean? But I think they would lose their minds. I have it soaking in a kiddie pool right now. So, because the guy tried to get me to put it back where I found it. He was like, "Go put it back in the water where you found it. That's the best place for it." I was like, "Absolutely
Wait.
not."
Who said that?
The
You know
guy.
what you should have told him was, yeah, I did, and have it sitting in your house in a kiddie pool, cleaning it. It's back in the water. Where'd you find it? Now somewhere over there.
He was
right,
like,
Bill, that lost box of gold should be at your house. I agree, Bill.
Yeah. All the there's multiple magnet fishers that fish the same spot because unfortunately I go out there and there'll be metal stuff laying all over the ground because whoever else is out there isn't taking their finds with them. But I was like, if I leave this thing out there, somebody else is only a matter of time before somebody else grabs it. And
It's going to be the decoration in somebody's mailbox. Absolutely.
And then he was like, because these things, people buy anchors like that for $400, $500, $600 just to have them on display in their yard. If they're like maritime fans or people,
Sell
or they have a nautical
it
theme.
to another museum or university. Some university would love to have that to study.
Yeah, and but yeah, it's crazy. And then he was like, "Well, maybe I can get somebody with a boat to take you out, and you guys can drop it somewhere, and only you and the guy that has the boat will know where it is." And I was like, "No, no, no, thanks.
I got a boat.
Yeah, yeah, it's in a lake in Oregon. Go find it." No, yeah.
There you go.
There you go. There's Johnny O's comment. Okay, Reed.
Yeah, because he picked up the rifle and took it with him. Hello, come on. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, we all would have.
Absolutely. Yeah,
all right,
Mike.
guys. I appreciate you folks trying to get me to 60 likes. 57 is actually a new record for that. So I'll tell you what, we will do something interesting, exciting next week. So how's that for a teaser for the sucky people to be here for next week? We'll do another giveaway next week. Because we hit the 57 today, we're 4 minutes away from Marlin Stream, so I don't want to do something real quick now. So guys, at 11:30, everybody go take a bathroom break, get a cup of coffee or lunch, and we'll see you all over at Marlin's at 11:30, guys. I thank each and every one for being here. Jacob, Cecil, thanks for co-hosting with me today. It's great and varied and interesting.
Don't leave just yet, because I'll find Marlin's video thing and post it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to drop that link real quick. I got it.
You got it?
Yep.
All right. I'll let you have it this time.
This time, that's right. Yeah.
Joff, we'll have to show that off next week, buddy. All right. So, where was the link at? Did I miss it?
I'm dropping it right now.
General, how's it going, sir? I didn't see you pop in.
There we go, guys. For all you folks new to Marlins that came over from the other raid of Miss Southern Belle, head over to see Mr. Marlin at Mayor's Videos, guys. We will see you over there in a few minutes. Thanks, Jacob and Cecil.
Thanks for having us.
All right.
Yeah, thanks for having me up, man.
All right.
We'll see you over at Marlin's. Later, guys. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, guys.